Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are live for a special and really surprising NASCAR 06 live stream on a NASCAR Truck Series double-header Friday night action, as we will be doing a live race commentary for the Nashville Superspeedway NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race tonight, following the finish of this race today on NASCAR 06. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. We're not going to waste too much time here. We need to get into the action so we can get into the real racing action a little bit later on. Short race today, just 200 miles, 100 laps at the Michigan International Speedway, which is my home track, so I'm definitely going to want to win this race for the running of the Paramount Health Insurance 200. It's going to be an interesting one. No practice, no qualifying, just jumping right into this out of the spur of the moment. And we'll see if Ron Hornaday can have a bounce-back performance after two rough races in his last two goes at Dover. And I should say one rough race in his last race at Dover. He did have a good finish at Charlotte a couple races ago, but that Dover finish was not great for him. Ended up finishing in 20th, sits 200 points out of first, ninth in the standings coming into tonight's race. Can he do it from the rear of the field? We'll see. Like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content as usual, as we'll start tonight's doubleheader. Wade Selensky, welcome to the stream. Here we go. Mid-Ohio is your home track. Technically, it's in my home state, but I'm actually closer to Michigan International Speedway. That and the Truck Series didn't race at Mid-Ohio back in 2005. They did race at Mansfield, which is closer to me than Michigan, but Mansfield's not in this game either. First race that we are going to have at Michigan this season on NASCAR 06 for any of the three series, so it's going to be interesting how this is going to go. We saw some crazy restarts on the Pocono Cup race yesterday. I'm sure that's going to be the case today at a wide Michigan International Speedway as well. 2 and 3 wide through the pack on the opening lap of the race, and the 133 truck at the front of the field is going to lead the opening lap. NASCAR Blood, Mark DeMars, Patrick Shadley, welcome into the stream as well. Does Hornaday have the handling ability in his race truck? At least for the start of things, he's already going to make one pass, needs to get going early. It's going to be hard to pass when the field space is out, kind of like we saw in that Cup race last night at Pocono. Contact already up the track. A little too aggressive from Hornaday in the opening couple laps. One truck's in the wall off turn 4 up ahead as well, stacking up the pack. That contact was not good from the 6 of Hornaday to kickstart things here today. Really slowed his momentum down. Maybe should have been a little bit more patient off the start. Did a great job not turning himself and getting hooked on that truck to his outside. Shades of Dover right there for Hornaday. A little bit of a scare. But he kept it off the wall as well as the truck to his outside. Now he's back in the clean area. He can figure out how to run this race truck. We'll see what kind of speed he's going to have with no drafting help. Definitely going to be interesting. 3 laps complete. Usually don't like surprises, but I'll make the exception for Keegan. Oh, another stack up off turn 2. There was nearly a wreck, and Hornaday's going to close in on a giant pack of race trucks, and he's going to pass a whole bunch of them going down towards turn 3, sending it into the corner 3 wide. That's one way to catch up. I don't know what happened there. Got a bunch of rivals around him, though. That's the sad part. Still got a big run on the front stretch now. Down to the bottom of the track towards turn 1. An aggressive side draft up the hill for Hornaday. Then gets held tight through turns 1 and 2. And is going to make the pass. He's up to 26. Just like that. In the span of about a lap, he gains 10 positions. New leader, Ricky Craven, who happens to be the points leader coming into this race today as well. And the 99 is out in front. Back in the dirty air again. He's got the 117 truck right in front of him. A little contact off the exit of turn 4. Gets slammed down towards the grass. And gains another spot. My goodness. Now he needs to just run and hide from The 117 truck of Jones. He had 3 rivals at the back of the field. 2 of them he got by in a stack up off turn 2. Big run on Bobby Hamilton Sr. down towards turns 3 and 4. This track is kind of deceiving. It's pretty wide, but it's narrow in the corners with a fight for the bottom on a primarily one-groove racetrack. And Hornaday's now up to 24th early in the race. And back into the clean air again with another big gap. The truck's ahead of him. The words of Winvow, free spots Neum, yes. That's exactly what happened there. Davion West, welcome into the stream. Uncle's about 20 to 30 minutes away from MIS. Awesome. Does he go there annually? Going to take our first field pass of the race today. We'll see what Kevin Harvick in the 92 truck is doing. A little further up towards the front of the field right now. Got a little loose getting into turns 1 and 2 for a quick second. Harvick's in 12th. He has not had a great run this season. This is the 10th race of the year. And in the first 9 races, Harvick only has 1 top 10. He's 28th in points. This juncture, he's just hoping one of his race trucks wins the title, considering he is an owner of 4 trucks, including his own, for this season. Kind of disappointing considering he's running the full season and he's the only Cup Series regular in the Truck Series field. Getting blocked big time right now through the tri-oval. Into turns 1 and 2 they go. Harvick trying to hook up. Off the exit of turn 2. R6, welcome into the stream. Already 13 likes. Thanks for everybody smashing that like button. And we will still be having the Truck Series live commentary tonight. Had enough time to squeeze this in beforehand with it being a shorter race. And that is why we are here. You definitely tell it's spaced out quite a bit inside the top 10. Oh, little contact. Renshaw gets knocked out of line just a little bit. Good job keeping it off the outside wall. Still stuck on the outside lane, though, towards turn 3. 3 wide up ahead, inside the top 10. With another pack of trucks. Are they going to make it off the exit of turn 4? Well, right now they do. Still running pretty tight with one another. And now we'll go to the 133 truck towards the front of the field. And the 133 is currently sitting in the 3rd place position. Trying to run down the top 2 in the 120 of John Hamilton. Which is another one of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks, as well as points leader Ricky Craven. 2-truck breakaway at the front of the field right now. Ashton G, welcome into the stream. With no drafting help right now for Trigger, this is going to be tough for him to keep up. And he's definitely losing a little bit of time to the top 2. Way up the hill, overdriving 3 and 4. We'll ride along with John Hamilton in that 120 truck for the next couple laps in his battle for the lead with the 99 of Ricky Craven. Can he force Craven into some sort of a mistake and take the race lead away? Into turns 3 and 4. Trying to, at least. Nice little run into the tri-oval. How fast these trucks are going. 194 miles an hour down towards turns 1 and 2. Barely lifting in the middle of the corner. Hamilton can't really seem to force Craven into some sort of a mistake right now. Drives it in pretty deep into turns 3 and 4. Going to go up the hill a little bit. Oh, and the 99 wiggled. And a block by Ricky Craven back down to the bottom off the exit of turn 4. Good battle for the lead. We'll go back to Ron Hornaday in the 6th truck for now, following the first field pass of the race today. And Hornaday's up to the 20th place position. Big drafting help towards the bottom of the racetrack. And he's going to make a pass for 19th into turns 1 and 2. In the dirty air of another truck in front of him. Again, Hornaday started last without practice or qualifying. And just a 100-lap race. Obviously needs to get going early. Big run on the backstretch heading towards turn 3. Looking to make another pass for position. He's got help from a truck behind him as far as drafting goes. Very important on these longer intermediate racetracks. Hornaday's clear for 18th. And he's already passed half the field in the first 15 laps. Hamilton to the lead, by the way, immediately after disappearing from him. He's taking it over for Ricky Craven in the 99. Truck underneath of Hornaday off turn 2. And that truck underneath him got a little tight. Hornaday going to go down. A big block going into turn 3. A dangerous one at that. Almost turned himself. And he's going to be stuck on the outside again off the exit of turn 4. A lot of drafting help up high. Down into turns 1 and 2 they go. Hornaday's going to get split 3 wide. Oh, no, not quite. Went up high to block. He did not want to be 3 wide middle. One truck in the wall behind him, still on the outside of the 153. Going to side draft him all the way down the back straightaway. Not going to be able to hang on much longer. Just goes to show how much better the 6 truck seems to be when he's drafting behind another race truck. Another battle and a lead change at the front of the field as Ricky Craven in the 99 back out in front again. Down to the apron goes Hornaday this time through the tri-oval. Trying to get back underneath the 153. Not going to do that. He'll fall back into line. Into turns 1 and 2. Really wide arc. Can't get a charter by 2025. Xfinity and trucks, okay. Are you doubting yourself that you don't have more than $10 million to pay for a charter? Is that what I'm hearing? There's a big pack of trucks in front of the 153 and the 6 of Hornaday. And I think it's going to be smart for Hornaday to just draft behind the 153 until they get close to that pack of trucks up ahead. Not sure what the fuel range is going to be today. I'd have to imagine it's going to be a 1 pit stop race with the fuel tank being larger in the truck series in this game compared to the Busch and the Cup series. But we'll see. Oh, a little contact off turn 4. And a side draft in the tri-oval to go along with it. 20 laps in. Hornaday about 6.6 seconds off the race lead. Charters will be at least double by then. This is true. So they're not willing to spend about $20 million? Onto the apron, through the tri-oval. Hornaday trying to take that shortcut again. Really close to that apron into turns 1 and 2, hitting his marks perfectly. Try to share draft with Tucker on the back straightaway just a little bit. Try to keep the momentum up. One truck is blowing up on the outside lane in turns 3 and 4 and is trying to get to the bottom. Into the tri-oval they go. And that truck will get down to the apron. Not sure who that was. It looked like it might have been the 10 truck of Terry Cook. That's going to be a spot for Hornaday, moving it back to 18th again. Ethan, welcome to the stream. Ariel Diaz, welcome. Yeah, I did see the news earlier today. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. signing a multi-year extension with GTG Doherty Racing, so he'll be sticking around with that team for a couple years. There were rumors of potentially that team shutting down at the end of the season, but that is not going to be the case. Seems like at least for the next couple years, they plan on staying in the Cup Series, and they plan on Ricky Stenhouse Jr. being that driver. Into turns 1 and 2, passes made for Hornaday to 17th. And he has his teammate, Kevin Harvick, not that far in front of him. Team orders, so that truck is dangerously down on the apron. Into 3 and 4, contact with Harvick. Harvick's going to go wide. And up near the wall. On the outside, losing 3 positions. Hornaday now going to be inside the top 15 for the first time today, but that is not the way he wanted to do it, and he has no drafting help anymore. John Hamilton back to the lead, meanwhile on Craven at the front of the field. 106, 107 degrees, jeez. It was upper 80s where I live. Oh, Harvick is having issues now as he got into the wall, and now there's a big red X on him. If you look down towards the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I think Harvick might have dropped a cylinder, and he has blown an engine. Of course, at this fast oval at Michigan, we are used to seeing some engine failures. At these bigger racetracks, saw a few of them in the Pocono Cup race yesterday, and caused a couple cautions as well with that. Still a lot of lead changing going on between the 99 of Craven and the 120 of John Hamilton. Hornaday going a bit wide. Livestream is going to start at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time tonight for the Truck Series race at Nashville. So Kevin Harvick out of the race. More bad luck continues for the 92 this season. Of course, in the Cup Series side, he's outside the chase cutoff mark right now as well. A little mistake off turn 2 for Hornaday, and the 164 truck's going to get underneath him and make the pass into turns 3 and 4. Dropping Hornaday back to 16th. Almost gave up the bottom for another truck to get underneath him, but now the drafting ability through the tri-oval should help Hornaday stay out in front. Oscar Ramirez Herrera, welcome to the stream. I do think the 6 truck is handling well. But no qualifying, it's starting towards the back has really hurt him, because now that the field's spaced apart a little bit, being this far off the lead is definitely costly. The 117 truck is now blowing an engine, and there's a hit into the wall as well for Hornaday. It's going to allow Bobby Hamilton Jr. to get to the outside in the 0-4. Dropping Hornaday 9 seconds off the lead. Hamilton going to get around on the outside. Team owner blew up. Now I hear weird sounds every lap. In your head, are you thinking the RPMs are cranking too high? There's a lot of blown engine. I mean, there's at least 3 engine failures, and we're only 29 laps into the race. It's a tough racetrack on engines in this era of NASCAR especially. Back in 2005, prior, even a few years beyond that. Jacob Givens, welcome to the stream. An hour away from the start of tonight's live stream, the second live stream of the day. The NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race at the Nashville Superspeedway. Lap 30. Hornaday going to stick with Bobby Hamilton Sr. on the inside lane towards turns 1 and 2. Big run by the 6. Big side draft in the middle of the corner. Now a big block by the 153. Hornaday wanted to keep up with the 0-4 of Bobby Hamilton. Wasn't really able to do so. Into turns 3 and 4 they go. Now the 153 is looking back underneath the 6. Low exit for Hornaday off the exit of turn 4. He's trying to get underneath. Little contact. Is he going to be able to do it? Yes, he will. Into turn 1. He's going to be complete. Back to 16th again. Hornaday has been as high as 15th in the running order. And now that he's back in the draft, you can definitely tell they're closing in on the trucks just outside the top 10 as well. I don't think Hornaday's got a truck that's capable of winning this race on speed today. If he can get the track position, obviously he'd have a chance. But I think he has a top 10 truck. A lot of help from behind. Going to share drop behind Bobby Hamilton Sr. through the trioval. Probably going to give up a spot to the 164 truck now. Big slide job by the 164. Hornaday with another run though on the back straightaway. On the outside lane into turns 3 and 4, drafting behind Bobby Hamilton Sr. Hamilton could go a bit wide. The 164 is going to clear him off the exit of the corner. Hamilton swings down to the bottom with a crossover move. He'll be underneath into turns 1 and 2. And the 6 truck of Ron Hornaday is going to follow Bobby Hamilton Sr. to the bottom. Contact! And into the wall towards the outside. No caution. We stay green. And now there's a yellow further back in the pack. We'll see how it ended up happening before we make the decision if Hornaday technically caused that or not. We're going to need another replay angle. I don't know if they stacked up behind the wreck. If that was the case, then that wasn't going to be the fault of the 6. And it did look like the 82 came in a little hot off the exit of turn 2. So that's where the caution will fly. It wasn't on the contact with any trucks involved between both Hornaday and the truck that was on his outside. So he can pit for fuel or tires here. They may be outside the pit window to make it to the end, which is going to be interesting. Hornaday will pit for 4 tires and fuel. So he's going to lose some track position to take 4 tires and fuel this time, his first stop of the day. Not being involved in the accident was very close to that being the case. Next vlog, can you show the parking lot? Yeah, so I will not be streaming tomorrow on the channel. I will be recording a vlog, going to a local dirt track show tomorrow night. And actually beforehand, there's a Hall of Fame ceremony at my local dirt track, and my grandpa's getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I found out actually yesterday, late yesterday, that I was going to be giving the speech on his behalf. I wish I had more time to prepare for it, but I will do my best with that. I'm used to talking into a mic, so that's no big deal. It's just like, I wish I had a little bit more time to try and figure it out. But I'm excited, though. It's going to be a great night. And hopefully it's a great night of racing on top of it. You guys will get to see everything behind the scenes. Michael Head, welcome into the stream. I don't know why I allowed that to show, but oh well. I didn't read it all the way first. Probably should have. Oh well. I'm doing great, Michael, though. How are you doing? Green flag back in the air. Now, Hornaday was not the only truck that pitted. There was another truck that ended up pitting and actually won the race off of the pit lane. We'll see how the fresh tires will work. And with that first caution coming out in a weird spot again, is that enough fuel to make it to the end of the race if you are the 6? New Joji, welcome into the stream as well. Actually, there's going to be vlogs, I think, the next 4 weekends? So I have this weekend going to the local dirt show. Actually, 5 weekends. This weekend going to the local dirt show. Mid-Ohio IndyCar race the next weekend. The weekend after that, the Mid-Ohio Truck Series race. The weekend after that, I believe, is the Kings Royal at Eldora. The weekend after that is the SRX race at Sharon Speedway in Ohio. So I have a big slate of Ohio races, road course and dirt racing over the next handful of weeks, all within about 2 to 2.5 hours of where I live. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Won't have to really travel far for it. So cost efficient and to see some racing. So a lot of vlogs should be uploaded to the channel. And then Michigan, I think, is 2 weeks after the Shared Speedway SRX race too, for the NASCAR Cup Series. So although I'm not going to many NASCAR Cup races in the summer, really Michigan and Gateway was about it for the summer stretch of the NASCAR season. The Gateway already happened. A lot of other stuff is going on, and we have a big stack up turn 2, a lot of smoke. And Hornaday is going to try to pick up a bunch of spots. They're 3 wide, 3x3 into turn 3. Hornaday pitched on the bottom, more contact in front of him. Still fanning out. I'm not sure who almost got turned there. Somebody nearly spun out. Hornaday is going to pick up a bunch of spots. He's going to go to the outside. This is going to be risky. He's got a rival down underneath him as they enter into turns 1 and 2. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Don't hit me, don't hit me. We're pack racing at Michigan now. Eye of the storm. Now Hornaday's back on the inside of the 137. Which again is his rival. One of them. The 117 blew an engine earlier. That was another one of his rivals. Really low exit to turn 4. Hornaday trying to take advantage with the fresh tires. Mike Head, welcome to the stream. We have a Mike Head and we have a Michael Head. Is there any relation between the two of you? That is very strange. Not gonna lie. I'm doing great. Hopefully you are as well. That was a good timing caution for Ron Hornaday, though. He was almost involved, but not quite. Again, only 2 trucks pitted during that last caution, and the only caution of the race so far. No adjustments were made. He was able to take 4 fresh tires. Contact with the 30. That was Chad Chafin underneath him. Pumped for the Mid-Ohio IndyCar race. They've had some pretty good races there the last couple of years. Fuel mileage race, and one of them, from what I've heard at least. I didn't watch it. I've been to Mid-Ohio once, and that was last year for the Xfinity race. It'll be my 3rd ever IndyCar race, 2nd this season. I saw what Mike had said in the chat. Kind of random. Hornaday back inside the top 20. He was in 15th at his highest running order so far in this race. Little contact. Kind of forcing his way through. Up to 18th. Making contact on a fast track like Michigan is why we saw an accident and a few near accidents already in today's race. Hornaday lost the bottom in the middle of turns 1 and 2. A lot of side drafting going on. 3 wide up ahead. Hornaday got a good run off the banking. He's going to get back down to the bottom into turns 3 and 4. At least it looked like he was going to. Up the track, he got tight. And he's in the wall in turns 3 and 4. This is going to cut a lot of momentum down. And we have trucks heading onto pit road. So the window may be open now to the end of the race with some of the race trucks hitting the pits. What is the strategy call here for Ron Hornaday? And when do you decide to pit if you are the 6? And knowing that window's open, he's going to pit now. He doesn't think he can make it on field to the end of the race. Not going to risk it. Speeding penalty on pit road. That is very costly for Ron Hornaday. He's going to go fuel only to try and save some time. And then he's also going to drop, well, never mind. I was going to try to drop the wedge, but it's too late. Wow, and now a mistake on pit road as well for Hornaday, as there's issues with the gas man trying to get the can into the nozzle. So a pit road speeding penalty for the 6th truck of Ron Hornaday. Very, very costly in his chances of trying to win this race. It sounds like the 117 is going to come back out onto the racetrack off the pace. Godly. Hornaday almost got cleaned out trying to get back up to speed. Probably should have stayed on the apron. Oh, Brandon Witt. Hornaday locked the tires up trying to get to pit road 2 to the commitment line and still sped, so he definitely used up a little bit of the front tires on top of it. Just got to hope a caution doesn't come out in the middle of green flag pit stops. Hornaday's going to be 3 wide middle heading into turn 3. Backs out of it. Bobby Hamilton Sr. and Brandon Witt right in front of him. Like, I have no clue what you're saying in the chat. Whoa, whoa. Big moment there. Contact between Bobby Hamilton Sr. and Ron Hornaday. That was definitely Hornaday's fall as he was running a little too close to him in the middle of the corner. Probably could have given the 0-4 a little bit more room. Hornaday trying to stay in whatever sort of draft he can behind the 38 truck of Brandon Witt. Try to share draft in line behind him. Interesting race so far today at Michigan. Almost halfway home. One caution. Back at lap 33. It's the only yellow of the race. We're halfway home in tonight's race. That time by the start-finish line. Time for tonight's trivia question in the first of 2 races on a doubleheader Friday night of Truck Series action on the channel. First with this NASCAR 6 stream, and then again live commentary for tonight's Truck Series race at Nashville coming up next on the channel. And that live stream will start in 45 minutes approximately as of right now. And our trivia question tonight is, only one driver in NASCAR Truck Series history has ever won at Michigan from starting outside the top 12. Who is that driver? That is tonight's trivia question. One driver has started outside the top 12 to win at Michigan in the Truck Series. Who is it? You don't have to name what year, but who was the driver? That's tonight's trivia question. You'll have until lap 60 to get tonight's question correct. No hints. Jerry Fastnat, I see you in the chat. Thanks for tuning in tonight. He's pumped for trivia, as always. I don't know what you're talking about during practice at Nashville. What year was this? Kurt Busch is not the answer. Ron Hornaday, not the answer. Get unlimited attempts down in the chat as well. Hornaday seems to be a little tight, turns 3 and 4 from time to time. Went really wide, scraped the wall off turn 4. See how many spots he can gain. That pit road speeding penalty is definitely going to cost him. He went fuel only, and I think that's pretty much just kind of equal out where he was running before the pit stops, where he obviously is going to be running following the stops. Rick Crawford, not the answer either. Not Ward Burton. Michael Head's got an obsession with Ward Burton, it feels. That's what it feels like to me. Brad Keselowski's not correct either. That's some good guesses so far. I was kind of shocked though when I saw that. That's how much track position matters at Michigan, especially in a shorter race like the Truck Series, which is only 100 laps. Only one driver's won from starting outside the top 12, so that's Hornaday's feat tonight. How hard it's going to be to start from last with no practice and qualifying to try and win this race. Kevin LePage, Jeff Green. Oh, you're just talking about where Burton's birthdays are next. Aaron Crocker is not the answer. Did Aaron Crocker ever win a truck race? I don't know if she did or not. Lance Trigger in the lead once again. He was in third place for a little bit. We've only had 3 different leaders in the race so far. 2 of the Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks of John Hamilton, Lance Trigger. Hornaday trying to keep up with Brandon Witt in the draft, but he's having a hard time trying to do so right now. I don't know if Witt has pit or not yet. I don't think he has. Kyle Petty is not correct. I don't know if Kyle Petty ever won a truck race either. I don't remember him really ever running in the trucks. More of the leaders on their way in. It's going to get Hornaday back on the lead lap. He was in 15th earlier. He's up to 12th now. I think he's going to cycle ahead of at least 1, maybe 2 more trucks as green flag pit stops are just finishing up. Johnny Benson, not correct. It's a good answer as well. Good attempt. Hornaday definitely starting to lose the draft just a little bit. We're going to take a field pass for the final time today. We'll see what the 120 truck of John Hamilton is doing and where he is at in the running order. And it looks as of right now that he is in 2nd place following green flag pit stops. He's a little bit off the lead right now from the 99 truck of Ricky Craven. We'll see if he can catch him. Caution's out! Caution is out! Looked like there's a big pileup in turns 1 and 2. Our 2nd yellow of the race today. Very interesting wreck to say the least. Something happened. Looked like the right front tire blew on the 64 truck, and he's without a hood. And there was a big crash behind him. So that is going to be interesting. This is definitely going to stack the field up. Right after green flag pit stops had just cycled through, we have seen our second caution of the race. Billy Carjoy, welcome to the stream. Here's the restart, green flag back in the air. Can John Hamilton get around Carl Edwards? He's looking low down towards turns 1 and 2, but that's going to give up the outside, and his teammate in the 133 of Lance Trigger will get the second. Not a great restart right now for John Hamilton. Getting stalled out, trying to hold on to the bottom lane in front of Bill Lester in the 22. Another truck to his outside, and he's going to be 3 wide middle. Hamilton did not take off well. Trigger's going for the lead at the front. Almost making contact with Chase Montgomery in the 18 truck was Hamilton. Wow, that was wild. On the opening lap following the restart. Restart came officially with 39 laps to go. Everybody's good on fuel and tires to the end of the race. Craven going up the hill. Trigger's trying to get to the lead. Contact off turn 2. Hamilton nearly goes for a spin. Got stacked up for contact with Chase Montgomery. Lost another spot. This is not a good restart for Hamilton, who was in second and is now back to 7th after 2 laps. Yep, Harvick did blow an engine earlier, Michael. Caution again. Another yellow, likely from debris, because that was a big accident prior to that last caution flag. And this debris is going to be off the 110 truck, so our 3rd yellow of the day. Cautions breeding cautions late at Michigan. Ricky Craven, not the answer either. Bobby Hamilton Sr., not the answer. So, again, I didn't see tonight's trivia question answered correctly. The question was, who is the only driver to win in the Truck Series after starting outside the top 12? And the answer was Brett Moffitt in 2018 is the only driver to win at Michigan in the Truck Series starting outside the top 12. He started 21st that day. Won in a photo finish, nonetheless. Green flag in the air. We'll see if Hamilton can get a better restart this time. Field spacing out. Trigger got to the lead right before the caution on Craven, and Craven's going to get back around him into turns 1 and 2, and we have another caution back in the field. Our 4th of the day, 3 of them back-to-back-to-back now. More debris. Wonder where Ron Hornaday is running with all these yellows. Trying to get this final field pass in. Keep having caution flags. And we'll see if that will be the final caution of the race, and we'll see if we get the final restart. Green flag going to be back in the air. Only 29 laps to go on the restart this time around. Hornaday was in 12th place when that second yellow came out, and we had a few of them over and over and over again. 120 truck of John Hamilton almost in the wall off turn 2. And another caution. He just lost 1 spot on the restart. This is definitely stalling out the field a little bit more. Got a couple of modifieds out there on the racetrack. Where's Hornaday at in all this? I hope he hasn't fallen too far back. Green flag back in the air again. 25 laps to go after our 5th caution of the race at Michigan. Trigger again leads on the restart. Getting tag teamed to the bottom of the track into turns 1 and 2. Both the modifieds are right behind Hamilton on the restart. Hamilton trying to block him. He struggled trying to get up to speed. Trying to draft Shigeki Hattori in the 9 truck into turns 3 and 4 on the restart. We're going to go with Lance Trigger for the next 3 laps of green flag action, and then back to Ron Hornaday for the rest of this race. Towards the front of the field right now is the 133. Brandon Witt right in front of him, and now looking to the, or I should say, to the inside. Ricky Craven in the 99 trying to lead the way. Big run for Trigger down into turn 3. Going to be able to pull a big block on Brandon Witt, but he's going to get tight. Up the hill goes Trigger. Off the exit of turn 4, Witt going for second. Can't clear the 133. Craven leads at the front of the field. Side by side behind him. 23 to go yet at Michigan. Seen a couple photo finishes at this track in the Truck Series in years past. Will we have one today? Oh, a little contact. A little more contact off turn 2. Trigger back to second. That was more than just a side draft that time. Both he and Craven keep overdriving the corners, especially in turns 3 and 4. Big block by Trigger now. On Witt. Will we stay green to the finish? Trigger will run into turns 1 and 2. Left side's down on the apron. He is pushing extremely hard. Way down low off the exit of the corner. Hangs on to it. Didn't get tight that time into 3 and 4. Looking underneath Craven. Craven with a block. And now we'll go back to Ron Hornaday for the rest of the race. Oh, what the heck happened to Hornaday? What? And there's caution number 6. Well, he's definitely going to be pitting. I'm not going to fault that on myself. And he's definitely lost all of his track position now. I think there was a glitch when we had that field pass back to Hornaday, and that's going to cause another wreck. Oh my goodness. That stinks because now Hornaday, with less than 20 laps to go, is right at the back now. I'm pitting for tires. I am not faulting myself for that one. I switched to him and he was in the grass. It's going to be his 3rd set of tires going on the race truck today. Going to make some adjustments. Going to loosen it up quite a bit, really. Taking the round of wedge out of the race truck and bumping the air pressure up to 25 pounds all the way around. And actually, this is the 2nd set of tires going on because the green flag stop, Hornaday actually took fuel only. So he still has 2 sets of tires left at the end of this race. Our 6th yellow and our 5th one after the halfway mark. More mistakes for Hornaday's crew on pit road. Now this time it's the front tire changer. Luckily there's nobody else on pit road. They made a mistake on the fuel-only green flag stop earlier and was only able to cycle to 12th, but so much for that, as Hornaday's going to be at the back for this restart. And again, we are not going to have many laps left in this race for him to try and get back through this field. He's going to have fresher tires, but how much damage does he have after the AI-related accident took place at the hands of the 6 when we weren't driving as him? Green flag back in the air. 17 laps to go. The 99 of Ricky Craven will lead the field to the green, having to survive yet another late race restart. I'm hoping Hornaday has enough speed to keep up with the pack towards the back. We've had some stack-ups in the middle of the back of the field on these restarts. Hornaday not taking off well through turns 1 and 2, kind of similar to John Hamilton a little earlier on. Hornaday in 29th right now. That's how many drivers have blown an engine today. 7 of them are out of the race. That's a lot for a Truck Series field. Again, they really loosened this 6 truck up quite a bit. But he has lost the draft on this restart. We only have 16 laps to go. I think he's down on horsepower, though. He's only hitting 185 miles an hour going into turns 1 and 2. He was hitting about 194 in the draft earlier, going into turn 1. Stack up off turn 2. That's going to help him catch at least some trucks in the draft. Big run coming for Hornaday. A block at the last second. Into turn 3 they go. Hornaday going for it at the bottom. Can't quite make the pass complete off the exit of turn 4. It's going to be side by side with another truck. Desperately trying to stay in the draft. It's going to be a little bit quicker into turn 1 this time, but... Oh, bad block by the 119. Big contact. That's a spot, but obviously it cut the momentum off of the 6 again. New leader, Brandon Witt, for the first time today out in front at Michigan. In the 38 truck, contact in the middle of turns 3 and 4. 3 wide right in front of Hornaday. He fell too far back that he couldn't capitalize off of it by the time they got to the front stretch. He's got no drafting help. Yeah, all the speed's gone out of the 6. Whatever speed he had in it earlier is out the window. That is unfortunate, considering the fact that he had a top 10 truck and got up to 12 finally before the second caution came out. And something happened to him during that field pass. The 19 truck has caught right back up to Hornaday, going to blow around him on the outside. Hornaday's going to try to draft with him as much as he can. Hornaday's going full throttle right now through turns 1 and 2. That's how slow he is at top-end speed. At least with no drafting help in front of him. Just going to stay behind him for the time being. So it's 13 laps to go. Kevin Harvick Incorporated going for the win. Lance Trigger has gotten around Brandon Witt in the 38. Has to be an epic battle towards the front of the field right now. Kind of sad Hornaday's not up there anymore. It's 25 minutes away from the start of our Nashville Super Speedway live stream for the actual NASCAR Truck Series race tonight. Live commentary of that coming up next. 20 likes on this stream so far today. Greatly appreciate that from you guys down watching this race, whether you're in the chat or not. Appreciate you tuning in. And a surprise last second doubleheader to run this Michigan truck race tonight. Already threw a bad block on Hornaday once before. I would not doubt that he would try to do it again if he gets the opportunity to. Every time Hornaday pulls out of line, though, he just doesn't have enough horsepower on his own to get around. seen 6 cautions today. Maybe we get another one that happens on the last lap. Caution doesn't come out. Hornaday could pick up some spots because of it. Who knows? 8 laps to go at Michigan. Another path blocked by the 119. Costed him a position. Didn't really cut the momentum down on the 6 of Hornaday much, though. At least he's around him now. Not enough straightaway speed for Hornaday that time down the back to hang on with the trucks in front of him. Even trying to loosen the race truck up, he's still getting a bit tight in the dirty air in turns 3 and 4 especially. 6 laps to go at the line for points leader Ricky Craven. Trying to get the win at Michigan. He has 1 win on the Truck Series season, trying to be the 3rd driver to win more than 1 race. Only George Teague and Ron Hornaday have won more than 1. This 4-truck pack is actually closing in on some of the trucks ahead. There's just not going to be enough laps to actually get all the way up towards them. Will we stay green to the end of this race? 5 to go. This was a rough one for Hornaday, but I mean, no really fault of his own. It's kind of bad circumstances. Pit road speeding penalty didn't help during the green flag conditions, but he was still up to 12th. It ultimately wouldn't have mattered. Almost got into the side of the truck to his outside. Still completes the pass off turn 4, but he had to lift quite a bit. And I don't know if he's going to keep the momentum up enough to keep up with the 2 trucks in front of him. The 153 is going to get back around on the outside and clear into turns 1 and 2. 4 laps to go. Hornaday knows there's only a few spots up for grabs. He's going to try to get these 3 trucks in front of him is going to be the game plan here to the end of the race for himself. Every point matters. Only 15 races to go on the season after this one in a season-long points format. He already comes in 9th, 200 points out of first even. And the points leader is leading this race and may go on to lead the most laps and win the race. There's a good chance that Hornaday is going to be nearly 300 points out of first late in the season. I mean, still the first half of the year, but considering it's a short season for the Truck Series. Rod G, welcome to the stream. Oh boy. Yep, doing a doubleheader. But of course, the next race is going to be the live commentary for the actual truck race at Nashville tonight. Alright, so 153 and the 6 of Hornaday have ran down the 2 trucks in front of him again. 2 laps to go at the line this time by. They get to the white flag. The checkered flag will be the next one. No cautions on the final lap. Hornaday looking low in the tri-oval. Trying to make some passes as desperately as he can. Tight racing right now, even at the back of the pack. Hornaday going up the track trying to side draft. He's going to pass 2 trucks through turns 1 and 2. And he's up to 26. He's got a shot at 25th. Off turn 4, Ricky Craven in the 99 trying to get his 2nd win of the season with a couple of Kevin Harvick Incorporated trucks behind him off of turn 4. Can he hold on to win it? Brandon Witt, I'm sure, is right up there towards the finish as well. Final lap. Hornaday is going to have 1 shot to get around this 153 truck. Will he take the run now? He's going for it. Down into turn 1. He's going to get blocked heavily. Contact into the corner. He gets squeezed. Hangs onto it down on the apron. All the momentum lost though for the 6 on the back straightaway. That was a terrible block for 25th. And now Hornaday's going to have to block for 25th into turns 3 and 4 on the final lap. Checkered flag in the air. Ricky Craven has won for Roush Fenway Racing at Michigan. And Hornaday will finish in the 25th place position. Another rough race back-to-back for him. 0.6 of a second was the margin of victory for Craven tonight. He definitely deserved it, and I think he led the most laps, too. 65 of the 100 laps led tonight for Ricky Craven after starting third. Marvin Sheff, who started on the front row, ended up finishing in second. Not Trigger. Trigger's in the 133 in the Busch Series, I believe. So, Marvin Sheff, that's right, is the driver in the 133 in the Truck Series. He led 22 laps today for Kevin Harvick Incorporated, ended up finishing second. Brandon Witt ended up finishing third with 2 laps led late in the race on that final restart. Chase Montgomery, quiet but good day, finishing fourth. And Jackson rounds out the top 5 tonight. John Hamilton led 10 laps, finishing in 6th for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. Stuart Claiborne ends up finishing 7th. Shigeki Hattori finishes 8th. Bobby Hamilton Sr. in 9th. And Bill Lester will round out the top 10 today. Kluver, who started second, finished 12th. Obviously, we just saw our driver, Ron Hornaday, finish 25th. Not a good points day at all for him. A lot of pit road blunders today. 2 mistakes by his pit crew, and he had a pit road speeding penalty under the only green flag stop of the day today. It was not good on pit road, whether it was driver or team making some errors. Definitely costed him. And that AI glitch that we had with Hornaday on the field pass obviously hurt, considering there was less than 20 laps to go. And that was the final restart of the race. Had to go to the back of the pack after he was up to 12th. Definitely cost him a chance at a good finish. Harvick DNF'd in the race. Actually, there was a lot of DNFs. Irving, we saw Terry Cook blow an engine. Kevin Harvick blew an engine. Jones blew an engine. Van Dyke blew an engine. Parker blew an engine. Clausen blew an engine. All in the first 57 laps, we had those 7 engine failures. And that was it for the DNFs. I don't think anybody DNF'd during any of the crashes today. But again, 6 cautions for 18 caution laps. 5 of them in those final 50 laps. 22 lead changes. Again, margin of victory, 0.6 of a second. Total race time, 1 hour, 38 minutes tonight. Average speed of 122.18 miles an hour. We'll check out the point standings for the Truck Series real quick, and then we'll get on out of here, and we'll have about 10 to 15 minutes before the start of tonight's Truck Series live stream on the channel. The Milwaukee Mile is actually the next racetrack on the Truck Series schedule, 200 lapper in Wisconsin. The Milwaukee 200. Be the first time going there on NASCAR 06. We'll have races in both the Busch and the Truck Series at that track. Ricky Craven obviously extends the points lead with a max points day today. 92 points is his lead over Brandon Witt. Now 99 over John Hamilton in third. Marvin Sheff is fourth in points, 129 off the lead. Top 4 within 1 race worth of points of each other. Hornaday went into the race 9th in points, 200 out of first. He loses 1 spot in the standings, falling from 9th to 10th, but most importantly, he loses 102 points with his 25th place finish today with no laps led compared to the most laps led and a win for Ricky Craven. That is going to hurt. That is a pretty massive hill to try and bounce back out of the point standings for Hornaday with just 15 races to go. He's only got 2 wins this season, and with no laps led again today, we'll look at his season stats on the year. Only 139 laps left for Hornaday. He does have 2 wins, but only 3 top 5s and 4 top 10s in 10 races. He's led 1 lap combined in the last 3 races. Finishes of 20th, 32nd, and 25th in those last 3 races. In fact, he only led 5 laps 5 races ago at Levi Strauss Signature Speedway as well, and finished 24th there. So 24th, 6th, 20th, 32nd, 25th in the last 5 races for Hornaday after he had 3 straight finishes in the top 2 at Atlanta, Martinsville, Old Spice Speedway with back-to-back wins in that stretch and led a combined 94 laps in those 3 races. It has been a downward spiral. Quick one at that for Hornaday. He was second in points at one point. I think he was only like 77 points out of first 3 races ago, and now after 3 bad races in a row, falls from 2nd to 10th in the standings and falls from 77 points out of first, which was about a half race worth of points, to 302 back, which is over 2 race worth of points out of first. Unbelievable. Well, that's going to end this stream here today. Again, like and subscribe for more daily NASCAR content. I will see you guys in a little bit for the Nashville Superspeedway Truck Series race. Thanks for everybody tuning in. And again, I'll see you guys very, very soon.